Hello, fellow travelers. Are you ready for an adventure in one of the world's most mesmerizing destinations, Turkey? But before you get swept away by the magic of Istanbul's ancient streets or the breathtaking beauty of Cappadocia's fairy chimneys, there's something you need to know. Did you realize that a single misstep in Turkey, whether it's a wrong word, a bad bargain, or a cultural faux pas, can turn your dream vacation into a nightmare? I'm not just talking about minor inconveniences. I mean the kind of mistakes that can leave you stranded, embarrassed, or even in trouble with the locals. Imagine being overcharged in a bustling bazaar, accidentally offending someone in a sacred mosque, or missing out on hidden gems because you didn't know the unspoken rules. Stay tuned until the end, because I'll reveal the critical don'ts that even seasoned globetrotters often overlook. These aren't just travel tips. They're the difference between an unforgettable journey and a trip you'll regret. Trust me, the most eye-opening tips are waiting for you in the final minutes. So, buckle up, because what you're about to learn could save your entire trip, and maybe even more. Turkey sits at the crossroads of East and West, and its rich history is mirrored in a tapestry of customs that demand respect. But for travellers, it's all too easy to stumble into cultural faux pas that can leave a lasting impression, sometimes for the wrong reasons. First and foremost, never wear shoes inside a mosque or private home, even if others seem relaxed about it. The respectful practice is to remove footwear and leave it in the entryway. This isn't just a rule for tourists. Locals follow it religiously. I once saw a visitor in Cappadocia walk into a family's home with shoes on, and the hosts were visibly uncomfortable, though too polite to say anything. Always check for a pile of shoes at the door. It's your cue to follow suit. Likewise, avoid overly revealing attire when you're away from the beach resorts. In major urban centres like Istanbul, you can get away with lighter clothing but venture into smaller towns or historic sites wearing miniskirts, tank tops or shorts, and you'll draw stares and potentially offend locals. In rural areas, modesty is especially valued. I remember a friend who wore shorts to a village market and was met with disapproving glances and even a gentle reminder from a shopkeeper to cover up. For women, carrying a scarf is a smart move. It can double as a head covering if you decide to visit a mosque or need to dress more conservatively on short notice. During Ramadan, it's equally important to not eat, drink or smoke in public during daylight hours out of respect for those who are fasting. Even if you're unaware of the sunset schedule, err on the side of caution. Many restaurants close or only serve behind curtains during the day, and locals appreciate when visitors show sensitivity. I once saw a group of tourists openly snacking in a park during Ramadan, and while no one confronted them, the discomfort was palpable. And if you wish to deepen your understanding of these traditions, plus gain insider tips on hidden gems, consider booking a cultural immersion tour through Viator, which is currently offering 35% off select guided experiences. A local expert will help you navigate these customs flawlessly and ensure you never find yourself on the wrong side of etiquette. Another important custom is hospitality. If you're invited into a Turkish home, it's customary to bring a small gift, like sweets or pastries. Refusing tea or coffee can be seen as impolite, so even if you don't want to drink, accept the offer and take a sip. Always use your right hand to accept food or gifts, as the left hand is considered unclean in traditional settings. Greetings are another area where mistakes happen. A handshake is common, but among close friends or family, men may greet with a kiss on both cheeks. Women may simply nod or shake hands, especially with men they don't know well. Avoid hugging or touching unless the other person initiates. It's best to follow their lead. Be mindful of gestures too. Pointing with your finger is considered rude. Use your whole hand instead, and never make the OK sign with your thumb and forefinger. It's an offensive gesture in Turkey. Finally, bargaining is expected in markets, but do so with a smile and good humour. Getting angry or aggressive is frowned upon. I once watched a tourist lose their temper over a price, and the shopkeeper simply walked away, ending the sale. And a word of caution: never insult the Turkish flag, Ataturk or national symbols. These are deeply respected, and even a careless comment can land you in serious trouble. By being aware of these customs and showing respect, you'll not only avoid awkward moments, but also open doors to genuine connections and unforgettable experiences in Turkey. Sadly, where there are tourists, there are scammers. Turkey is no exception, and while most locals are genuinely welcoming, a few bad apples can ruin your trip if you're not careful. Never hail an unlicensed taxi, always look for the official yellow cabs with meters, or book a reputable ride-hailing service. Some travellers have reported being taken on long, unnecessary routes or being charged double the fare in unmarked cars. Unmarked vehicles can overcharge or even put you in danger. One traveller shared how a friendly driver offered a cheap ride only to demand an outrageous fee at the destination, refusing to let them leave until they paid. In crowded bazaars like the Grand Bazaar, beware of pickpockets. Keep your valuables secured in a money belt or an inside zipped bag, and never flash large sums of cash or expensive gadgets. Pickpocketing teams often work in groups. One distracts you while another grabs your wallet. Counterfeit banknotes are another hidden hazard. Inspect your change carefully when paying in cash, especially $50 or $100 bills if you're exchanging money. Some exchange booths have been known to slip in fake notes, so count your money before leaving the counter. And please do not accept drinks or snacks from strangers at bars or nightclubs. There have been incidents of spiked beverages targeting unsuspecting tourists. One visitor recounted waking up hours later with their wallet and phone missing after accepting a free drink from a new friend. To glide past long lines at top attractions where scammers often hang out, book Skip the Line tours on Get Your Guide, which is now offering 30% off. Scammers sometimes pose as official guides and offer to help you skip the line, only to demand hefty fees or disappear with your money. You'll save time and avoid the risks that come with crowded queues and unsolicited help. Another common scam is the dropped brush trick. Shoe shiners or street vendors will drop a brush or item near you, then offer a free service as a thank you, only to demand payment afterward. Politely decline and keep walking. Be cautious if someone offers unsolicited help with directions or ATMs. Some scammers will offer to help you withdraw cash, then swap your card or memorize your PIN. Always cover the keypad and never hand your card to anyone. At restaurants, always check your bill for mysterious service charges or items you didn't order. If something looks off, politely ask for clarification before paying. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, walk away. Stick to well-reviewed businesses, use official services and travel in groups when possible. With a little caution, you can enjoy Turkey's wonders without falling for these common traps. Turkish cuisine is a feast for the senses, but your stomach isn't invincible. The colours, aromas and flavours are irresistible, but it's important to know what's safe to eat and drink, especially if you're not used to the local ingredients or preparation methods. While tap water in big cities is generally treated, it's safer to stick to bottled water with sealed caps, especially if you travel to rural regions. Even in hotels, avoid filling your bottle from the bathroom tap. If you're hiking or venturing off the beaten path, always carry extra bottled water. Dehydration can sneak up on you in the Turkish sun. Avoid ice cubes in your drinks unless you're sure they're made from filtered water. Many restaurants use tap water for ice, which can harbour bacteria your body isn't used to. If you're craving something cold, ask for your drink buzuz. That means without ice in Turkish. Street vendors can be tempting, but steer clear of undercooked meats or salads washed in unknown water, and skip unpasteurized dairy products. Be especially cautious with raw fish, like midye dolma, stuffed mussels sold on the street. They're delicious, but if they've been sitting out in the sun, you're taking a risk. The same goes for fresh cheeses and yogurt from open-air markets. Unless you know they're pasteurized, it's best to pass. If you're unsure about a restaurant's hygiene, trust your gut. Choose places with busy local crowds and visible kitchen windows. Locals know where it's safe to eat, and a bustling restaurant usually means high turnover and fresher food. If you can see the kitchen, even better, you'll get a sense of how clean the place really is. A personal tip: on my first trip to Istanbul, I couldn't resist a plate of kokorek, the famous grilled lamb intestines. It tasted amazing, but let's just say my stomach paid the price for days. If you're adventurous, try new things, but maybe start with small portions and see how your body reacts. Have you ever faced stomach troubles abroad because you couldn't resist that tempting street food? Or maybe you discovered a local remedy, like ayran, the salty yogurt drink, which locals swear by for settling the stomach. Comment below with your funniest or worst food mishap. I bet we can all learn from each other's experiences. And if you have a secret tip for surviving Turkish food adventures, share it with the community. Turkey's dramatic landscapes beckon thrill seekers, but some adventures come with a steep price. While the country offers endless opportunities for excitement, it's easy to get swept up in the moment and overlook crucial safety steps. Don't rent a quad bike without proper training or safety gear. Quad bike accidents in resort towns like Fethiye have turned tragic for underprepared tourists. Even experienced riders can find the terrain unpredictable, and local traffic rules are often ignored by rental companies. Similarly, avoid spontaneity when booking hot air balloon rides in Cappadocia. Reputable operators require advance reservations and safety briefings. Last-minute deals from street vendors may skip essential safety checks or leave you stranded before sunrise. If a deal sounds too cheap, it probably skips essential safety checks. Always research the company's reputation and read recent reviews before handing over your money. On the logistical front, never accept special Bosphorus cruise tickets on the street. You'll likely pay double or end up on a crowded, unlicensed boat. Some travellers have even reported being left behind at the dock after paying for a VIP cruise that never materialised. Bargaining is a sport in Turkey, but don't haggle in restaurants or malls. It's considered rude and unnecessary. Save your negotiation skills for bazaars and markets where it's expected and even encouraged. For expertly curated small group adventures that handle all the details and prioritise your safety, check out G Adventures, currently running a 30% discount on their Turkey itineraries. With local guides managing the logistics, you can focus on the scenery without the stress. Another common mistake is underestimating the power of the sea. Swimming in rough conditions, especially when red flags are posted, has led to serious accidents along the Turkish coast. Always heed local warnings and never swim alone. Poor planning can also turn a dream trip into a headache. Getting lost in Istanbul's maze-like bazaars or missing a train because you didn't check the schedule in advance are classic travel mishaps. Download offline maps and double-check transport times to avoid unnecessary stress. Public transport can be confusing, especially with language barriers. Double-check bus numbers and destinations, and don't be afraid to ask locals or station staff for help. And don't forget the basics. Turkey's sun can be intense. Failing to pack sunscreen, a hat, or enough water can leave you sunburned and dehydrated, especially during summer adventures. Finally, always have travel insurance and know what to do in an emergency. A little preparation goes a long way in keeping your Turkish adventure safe and unforgettable. Beyond the don'ts, the secret to a fulfilling trip is mindful engagement. Respecting local customs in Turkey isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about embracing the culture with open eyes and an open heart. For example, when entering a Turkish home or even some traditional restaurants, always remove your shoes at the door. It's a small gesture, but it shows deep respect for your hosts. Avoid controversial political discussions, especially about current Turkish domestic or regional issues, unless you're with close friends who are locals. Even then, tread carefully. In a bustling Istanbul tea house, you might overhear passionate debates, but as a visitor, it's best to listen and learn rather than jump in. One traveller shared how a heated comment about politics quickly turned an otherwise friendly conversation awkward. Sometimes silence is the wisest choice, and never photograph someone without permission, particularly in more conservative areas. In rural villages or religious sites, always ask first. Sometimes a simple smile and gesture is enough. A visitor in Cappadocia once recounted how asking a local family for a photo led to an invitation for tea and a heartfelt exchange, all because they showed respect. These simple gestures of respect will open doors and hearts. Greeting with a warm merhaba and a handshake, or even placing your hand over your heart, can make a world of difference. In the Grand Bazaar, a friendly greeting often leads to stories, laughter, and sometimes even a better deal. Seek out authentic homestay experiences or small-scale artisan workshops to connect at a human level. Sharing a meal with a Turkish family, learning to make gozlem, or helping an artisan in a pottery studio are moments you'll never forget. One traveller described how joining a local family for dinner turned into a lesson in Turkish hospitality and a lifelong friendship. Turkey's hospitality is legendary, but only when approached with genuine curiosity and courtesy. Accepting an offer of tea, even if you're not thirsty, is a sign of respect. And remember, it's polite to use your right hand when giving or receiving items, especially food or gifts. Share in the comments how you bridge cultural gaps when traveling. Your tips could help someone avoid a cringeworthy moment. Have you ever made a cultural faux pas and learned from it? Or maybe you have a story about a local tradition that surprised you? Let's help each other travel smarter and more respectfully. You've just unlocked the essential guide to what not to do in Turkey, arming yourself with the knowledge to travel smarter, safer, and with greater respect for the incredible culture you're about to experience. From avoiding common tourist traps to understanding local customs, you're now prepared to make the most of every moment in this vibrant country. Remember, the best journeys are those enriched by local expertise. To truly elevate your adventure, book your tours through the trusted platforms linked in the description, Viator, where you can enjoy 35% off, and Get Your Guide, offering 30% off exclusive experiences. And don't forget G-Adventures, also with 30% off, for immersive group tours that connect you with fellow explorers and local guides who know Turkey inside and out. These partners are more than just booking sites. They're your gateway to authentic experiences, helping you sidestep pitfalls and create memories that will last a lifetime. With their support, you can focus on soaking up the sights, flavors, and stories that make Turkey unforgettable. If you found these tips helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another crucial travel warning or insider guide. Your support helps us keep bringing you the best advice for safe and meaningful adventures. We'd love to hear from you. Share your own travel don't stories or questions in the comments below. Your experiences can help fellow travelers avoid mistakes and discover hidden gems. Let's build a community of smart, savvy explorers together. Turkey is a land of breathtaking beauty, rich history, and warm hospitality. With the right preparation and mindset, your journey here will be nothing short of extraordinary. Embrace every moment, stay curious, and travel with an open heart. So go ahead, step out, explore, and make your Turkish adventure truly unforgettable. Safe travels, And may your experiences inspire others to see the world with wonder and respect.